to welcome our viewers in Kenya and around the world to the Real Mudra Show. This program takes a global and exclusive look at the evocative issues affecting public attitudes in business, technology, education, sports, arts and culture. But first, let's have a look at the major stories making headlines. And in the stories making headlines, the European Union is proposing a ban on single-use plastics to help protect marine life. It aims at altering mainstream plastic items such as straws, cotton buds, cutlery, balloon sticks, and drink stirrers. Moving on, as we advance in the business world today, technology has enhanced the process in that farmers are turning to robots to plant seedlings and pick produce because of human worker shortages in Midhurst, England. And finally, donations to Oxfam has increased for the past 1 year, and only a fraction of the clothes here are actually sold through the store. The unsold inventories is bought by distributors who then sell them to other countries as second-hand. So what to do with these unwanted clothes? Retailers say that the future will involve fully recycling into fabrics that might be used again. Meanwhile, donations still have a part to play, so the next time you attempt to buy clothes, remember Coco Chanel words. And I quote, "Elegance does not necessarily consist in putting on new clothes." Well, now you're up to date. Stay tuned. Welcome back. On this episode of the Real Mudra Show, we are going to take a closer look at Kenya and its economic growth based on environmental awareness in terms of living up to the expected standards internationally. But first, let us have a glance at the social media feedbacks. At Chichi Stinger, she says, and I quote, "The topic has been left out for decades until recently Kenyan government put it to action, and so far we see the fruits of the exercises. We look forward to a clean nation, and I mean cleanliness which is second to godliness." I beg your pardon. Maybe God can intervene as well. Good topic indeed. Hashtag the death of plastics. Thank you, Chichi Stinger. Remember, our Twitter handle is @RealMudraLavi, our Facebook @LaviMudra, and our SMS line is 6369. In the meantime, Imelda Kamonya, our correspondent, joins us on ground.
Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. That is one of the greatest environmental quotes. Over the years, the need to have a pollution-free environment and boosted economy has been a driving factor for most countries, including Kenya. However, the new adoption of bans such as plastics and its mainstreams, some industries have been left struggling with these adjustments. The process in the long run seems to have brought more good than bad. Eventually, good environmentalism is good economy. Reporting for Real Mudra Show, I am Imelda. Come on.
Thank you, Imelda.
Habari yako, kwa majina unaitwa nani?
Nzuri, mimi naitwa Wesley Atieno.
Ningependa kukuuliza hii kubaniwa kwa plastic bags, unaona ni vizuri ama ni vibaya?
Inaweza kuwa ni vizuri na pia ni vibaya.
Kwa nini?
Ni vibaya juu imepoteza employment mingi, sababu zile kampuni zilikuwa zinatengeneza maybe zili close, watu wakapoteza kazi. Then wanaume, unajua mwanaume akitoka job labda mahali, unaweza pitia mahali ukabai kitu na labda unapita pale hauna kitu ya kubebea. Unaona? So unapita kibanda mama mboga, juu labda ulikuwa unamchangia yangu unampatia kazi. Siku hizi au piti pale sababu hauna kitu ya kubebea, labda ndizi, mboga nini. So unaenda tu hivyo, unaona.
Na kwa uzuri, na kwa uzuri
imechangia katika usafi ya urban areas.
Asante.
Could you kindly share with us your name?
Okay, my name is Samson.
What do you think about the banning of plastic bags in Kenya?
Personally, I think it's a good move, which the government do. Because initially, if you look at Kenya before, our environment, it was full of pollutants everywhere, in schools, in markets, and so many places. So I think it's a good move by the government to ban plastic in Kenya.
Thank you.
Moving everyone, remember the topic of the day is focusing on the economic growth of Kenya based on environmental awareness in terms of living up to the expected standards internationally. And the big question is, do you think Kenya is ready to break through bridges and reach its effectiveness in improving both economically as well as its environs internationally? Tell us what you think on our social media sites as shown below. At Real Mudra Lavi on Twitter, at Lavi Mudra on Facebook, and of course, our SMS line is 6369. Remember to talk with us using the hashtag of the day, which is hashtag ban of plastics. Looking at some of our tweets again, at Slimod she says, time without number, people have been questioning themselves on whether or not this banning of plastics will be effective, but clearly paper bags have been vanishing. Looking at my drawer now, I can hardly see a plastic bag, and this is a major achievement. Hashtag the death of plastics. Thank you at Sly Mode. So, I think this is clearly seen throughout the opinions as brought up forth by our correspondent, Imelda Kamonya. We are now going to be joined by a few leaders who are actively involved in the environmental fields as well as updated in the country's economic growth, and they will be taking us through with their inputs during the topic of the day. Details coming right up. Stay tuned. So welcome back to the Real Mudra Show, and as we stated earlier, we will be joined by a few leaders who are actively involved in the environmental fields as well as updated in the country's economic growth. And to begin with, we are now joined by Dr. Monica Opio, who is a lecturer of biomedical science in Daystar University. Welcome, Mrs. Monica.
Thank you.
Maybe to begin with, plastic ban is said to have a reducing effect on pollution. What is your take on this?
I think that we have to follow rules and regulations, because if we don't ban them, then either way we are the ones who are going to suffer at the end of the day, because they are not biodegradable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So finally, the impact is going to be an effect on us. So I think that as much as some people are going to lose out on financial gain, but in the long run there are other things that we can use. I think that right now there's the other type of packets, the paper ones that people are making, so someone can join that business as opposed to the plastic bag.
Do you think banning of plastic and its mainstream items will be as effective as expected?
Well, I wouldn't say. It has quite a bit of impact, because a lot of people, especially the small scale farmers and the workers, the guys who sell stuff for us on the streets, they use it. But again, as I said, we can use something, an alternative that's, as much as the plastic bags currently and in the short term are giving us the solution we want, but in the long run there'll be major.
Thank you for joining us. We are now joined by Elias Mutekwa, who is a current student at Daystar University pursuing environmental science. Welcome to the show, Elias.
Thank you. I'm welcome to be here.
Plastic bag is said to have a reducing effect on pollution. What is your take on this?
That statement is true, because plastic bag has been a great effect to pollution in terms of the land pollution and also the air pollution. Yes.
Do you think banning of plastic and its mainstream items will be as effective as expected?
Yes, it will be because like right now I can see people have removed from the carrying plastic bags to other disposable uses of plastic bags, like the ones that can be easily decomposed and also can be easily reused again. Because when you find the plastic bag, nobody could reuse it again. You use them, then you throw them away. It calls littering. And also, there's this thing I read about CFCs. When you dispose a plastic bag, it also causes decomposition by sunlight, something like that. So the other method of introducing other ways of carrying plastic bags and the use.
Welcome back. Now, having had a closer look at the conversations and the different contributions from the street bars all the way to people involved on this major topic that is featuring mainly on the business theme in relation to the pollution and how it's affecting our environment, I believe that environment counts a lot to the economy of every nation, specifically in Kenya, whereby we believe that good environmentalism is good economy. But despite that, we believe that we can make the adjustments which are necessary to adjust to this new development. We are happy to have you join us throughout the show. Until next time, remember you can subscribe to our channel at Real Mudra Lavi anytime, any day. Until next time, stay tuned. Goodbye.